Hello, everyone. Before we dive deep into studies, it's highly recommended that you have a pen and notebook ready to take necessary notes for your learning journey. Please note that there may be a disparity between the visuals and the audio points. For an accurate interpretation, I would appreciate if you could prioritize the audio content only. Remember, if there's anything you don't understand, feel free to pause the video, rewind, and listen again carefully. This video we will explore legal positivism, defining law by its source, not its morality. Here we go. Legal positivism is a way of thinking about law that became prominent in the early 1800s, starting as a rebellion against the older philosophical approach called natural law, which judged actual laws based on abstract, universal principles found in nature or reason, essentially deciding what law ought to be instead of looking at what it actually was. Positivists wanted to study law based on concrete reality. However, as Professor Hart pointed out, the word positivism itself is complicated and has at least 5 different meanings. Historically, British positivism's founders, Bentham and Austin, meant that laws were essentially commands from a sovereign power. Another meaning is that analyzing the structure and concepts of law is a valuable task in itself, separate from looking at its history, social causes, or moral value. A third concept suggests that legal decisions should be reached through strict logic based only on existing rules, without bringing in external social goals or policy. A more philosophical meaning holds that moral judgments cannot be proven or defended using rational facts or evidence. But the most crucial meaning, and the one most associated with positivism today, is the insistence that the law, as it is formally established, the is, must be kept completely separate from the law that is morally right, the ought. This core principle is driven by a deep need for order and precision, aiming to create a clear, systematic presentation of legal concepts, a task best achieved in stable social environments. Fundamentally, positivism is an intellectual pushback against natural law theory. It's important to understand that positivists are not naive about how law is made. A majority readily admit that judges make law and that lawmakers are certainly influenced by ethical and moral considerations when they create rules they believe are just. However, their central, unwavering rule is that a moral idea only gains the formal quality of law once it is officially written into a recognized source, such as a statute, precedent, or custom. This means that if a rule followed the correct legal procedure, it is considered valid law, even if one considers it grossly unfair or unjust. To the positivist, the process of legal enactment is paramount. Consequently, they draw a clear line between formal analysis, studying the rule's structure, and historical or functional analysis, studying how the law developed or what its purpose is, insisting that the formal analysis of what the law is right now must be kept distinct from the others, even though they acknowledge that understanding institutions often requires looking at their history. Ultimately, while achieving a total absolute separation between the is and the ought is impractical, positivists argue that a degree of separation is absolutely necessary and desirable for society. This distinction serves a vital practical purpose. It provides a clear, objective standard to identify existing law, which then allows society to evaluate and criticize that law using moral standards. If law and morality were mixed, it would be impossible to definitively say what is or isn't a law at any given time. Since morality is a diffuse, broad concept and the area of law is necessarily narrower, not every moral idea can be a law. Keeping the legal boundaries clear and distinct is essential for a predictable and functioning legal system. This is the end of the video. Thanks for watching the whole video. If you enjoyed it, please comment in the comment section below. The learning is wow. Hit the like button, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel Knowledge Drops 3. Your subscription to this channel matters us a lot. Over 90% of the people watching this channel haven't subscribed yet. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference in helping us, motivating us to keep presenting new videos. Also, don't forget to click that notification bell so you'll know right away when I upload a new video.